Hello, hello, everybody. Hello, hello. You know me, as per usual, still trying to get things set up on here, so just bear with me a minute. And then I will let you see what's happening here. All right, let's go and show my face on here, hey? So I don't know how many will be joining today. I know I had to change the time. I'm actually going to do a craft class at 1:30, so that kind of cut into my time for doing the live. So I thought, well, I'll hit it a little bit earlier, and if nothing else, people could watch the replay, right? So yeah, I'm not sure how many will be joining. I hope some of you seen that I changed the time. So hello, Auntie, how are you? I'm glad that you caught that there was a time change. And excuse me for sniffling and things. I still got a bit of a cold, so I'm hoping that won't affect too much, but we'll see. I have lots of water if I need water. So my thought today is I'm gonna do this demonstration on these some rock ornaments, some snowman ornaments made out of rocks, which is super cute. And I actually am putting this kit together to do a fundraiser for the school. So, yeah. So I thought I would do the video, and then that way I'm actually going to have a video as an instruction for any parents or teachers or whoever that purchases these ornaments, right? And so it might be just me and you, but that's okay. We will just get after it. So are you ready for Christmas? Have you got your tree up or anything yet? We've got some shopping done, and no tree or anything yet. Maybe this weekend coming up. I think we usually try to wait till about December 1st, but it all kind of depends on schedule and that too. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I'm licking my lips. Sorry, because my mouth is so dry. Yeah, I suppose. All right, well, it might just be me and you, so I am going to switch my camera and get going on this just so that you can, and you'll just have to watch. It's pretty cute anyway. And my family is working alongside of me upstairs just to make sure that they can understand what I'm laying down here, right? So yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of an intro in this because I'm going to actually cut this and it'll be the video. So if I seem it's a little bit different from the normal live, then that's why, okay? So here we go. Let's switch the camera. All right, so welcome everybody. This is the Snowman Rock Ornament class that you have signed up for, that you have purchased and gotten the kit for. So going forward, I am going to use two different backgrounds, as you can see here, just because I'm not sure, I haven't quite decided which one is going to be my favorite. So in your kit, you will get the wooden background and the 2 to 3 rocks to build your snowman from. So what we're going to do first is we're going to start with our background, okay? And so in your kit, you should have some white paint, just a little tin of white paint or a little container, and then a color corresponding to whatever color you purchased. On the purchase part, there is a color checklist. So depending on whichever color you chose, that'll be what's in your other little bin, okay? So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take our colored paint. I'll just move my rocks up here, or my backgrounds up here a little bit, and we're going to put it, you guys don't have to put it out because you will have your paint already in a container, so just open it up. The colored paint and the white. Now I'm mixing two purples because I didn't quite have the purple color that I liked. So I would have chose purple as my background, but I'm mixing my color just because, like I said, I didn't want the dark purple and I didn't want the light purple. So I'm just mixing mine, but you, in your kit, yours will already be ready to go. So right now you're just kind of opening up your colors and waiting for my next instruction. I'm also going to put a little bit of white on my palette. Okay, so your first decision that you have to make is, I'll show you this one. This is this one's completed already. So when I did my background, I started with the pink on the bottom and then more of just a solid white on the top. Now you can do it this way, or you can do your color at the top as if it's a sky or a sunset. So it kind of depends on what color you've chose and where you want to do it. But we're going to basically do the color from the mid, either down or up, okay? So I'm going to do mine, I think because I'm working on two here, I'm going to do one each way, okay? So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to start with your color, and it's going to seem like it's a lot, but that's okay. That's just for starting out, okay? So half your ornament roughly, and you're going to coat it with the color, all right? So I'm going to do that one, and then this one I'm going to do the opposite way just to kind of show you the options. So halfway, we're going to paint around. So we're just basically painting on a semicircle, okay? All right, now you don't have to clean your brush, okay? You don't have to at all. What we're going to do is we're going to go right into the white, okay? I'll have to move these up. So we're going right into the white. We're not cleaning our brush. So then we're going to start and we're going to go along the top. And what it's going to do is it's going to kind of blend in with the purple, okay? And then you also want to go down across the bottom. Just roughly. You don't have to do it a lot, okay? So then do you see how you get the two tones? Now I got a little finger mark on there. It's not a big deal. You might get a few little finger marks. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same with the other one. So without rinsing my brush, I'm just going to put the white on and then blend across into my purple. Now you can see that these two are quite different. This one's a lot darker. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to rinse my brush, and I just have a container of water to rinse my brush with. Okay, and then have something to maybe wipe it off on. And now I want a little bit more white. So I'm going to go in with my white again, and then I'm just going to overlay it. All right. So we're just going to kind of go back over the spots that are too dark maybe for us, for what we want. And we're going to just add more white into that, okay? So same on this one. This one was quite dark compared to what we want. So I'm going to add a lot more white onto there. And so now what we're going to do is we're just going to go back and forth between our white and our color just till we're happy with what we get. So now see, this one isn't variegated or like ombre or however you want to say that effects. And so I don't like that one. So now I'm going to go back in with my purple and just re-add. Remember, everybody, remember, this is just paint, okay? And look, now I'm getting mine kind of crooked. This is just paint, all right? If you're going along and you don't like it, do you know what the solution is? Leave it and let it dry. Don't touch it. Let it dry, and then you can go back in with your colors and add more. It's just paint. It's not the end of the world. If you don't like how it turns out, you just keep adding. And the best way to have your colors blend is to make sure that you're painting while they are wet. I'm quite happy with that one, so I'm going to leave it, but I want to do this one. So I still have purple on my brush, do you see? Because I just went and darkened the top down because I kind of had mine crooked. And so now I'm going to add a bit more white, maybe not quite that much. Okay, and then you just go back in. That's the lovely thing that I've really been drawn to about acrylic painting, is it's so easy just to change the color, and you can play around with it until you're completely happy. The more you do it while the paint is still wet, so before it actually dries, the easier it is to blend. And you know, like this one, sometimes things just don't go the way you want them. Like I said, let it dry, come back to it, start again. It's only just paint. Not the end of the world. Now I'm going to kind of continue to just play with mine a little bit just because I've painted lots before and I kind of get what I want here, and I know kind of how to do it without letting it dry. But feel free anytime you need to pause this video and just take a break, take a breath, and then go back at it, okay? So now I just want to lightly add some white in here to just try to blend. Okay, a little bit more white. I wanted a bit more white at the bottom. So I'm just going to add a bit more white. The thing is, you don't maybe want sharp lines, but even if you get a sharp line, it's okay. It's not, like I said, not the end of the world, right? I'm actually going to add a tiny bit more white to this one too. But I want to make sure I get white. Oh, I'm getting a lot of purple, which I don't want. Just some white. There we go. Perfect. And see, this one had already dried some, so now it layered a little bit nicer. So we're done with our backgrounds now. So if you need to play around with yours more, like I said, just pause the video and come back to it. It's not the end of the world. This is supposed to be fun and interesting and making memories, so it's not about perfection and it's not about getting all stressed out and upset, okay? It's just about painting some paint and having fun, all right? Okay, so now we're going to grab our rocks. Okay, so here's my rocks for the one. Oops, I got paint on my fingers. Here's our rocks for one. Okay, and here's our rocks for the second. Now what we're going to do is you're going to dip into your white paint again, but you just want solid white paint. So that's going to be, hopefully there's some on the edge. I will make sure that you have some plain white paint. We should have maybe painted our rocks first. I might have to edit that in the video. Paint your rocks first while you still have solid white paint before you mix your color into it. So now we're basically just going to paint our rocks. It's not hard. However, try to get your brush strokes as smooth as possible. So what you do is you make sure you've got quite a bit of paint, like not a lot, but you see my brush there. Got a bit of paint on there, right? And so you just go from one side to the other. That's how you get the smoothest. Now you're going to see, if I lift mine up, that I do have brush strokes on here. Okay, oops, let me see. Put it down a bit till it focuses. I don't know why it's not focusing. There we go. So you can see I have brush strokes still. That's okay. What we're going to do is a second coat, all right? Make your coats, each time you put the white paint on here, make the coats thicker, or like quite thick with paint on there, and just go from side to side as best you can. Again, this is a handmade rock ornament. It's not meant to be perfect, so have fun with it. Paint each other's rocks, whatever it takes, right? Oh, mine's slippery too. All right, so first coat. Now I'm going to do my first coat on these. And again, you'll have to let it dry. So you may have to just pause this video, come back to it once your rocks are dry. If you're impatient, or your kids are impatient, or whoever you're doing this with as a family, if they're impatient, you could get your blow dryer out if you have one at your house and blow dry the paint. Try not to do too direct of heat, just sort of high over top and just lightly kind of go side to side over top of them. All right, so let that dry and then come back and we're going to repaint them, okay? Now mine will dry these will dry fairly fast, so you don't have to worry too much. And then once even they start to dry, and you don't even, I guess, to change up my mind now, you don't really have to have straight brush strokes if you want. If you want to dab it on, you can definitely do that and make it more of a, like, I guess, a snow type look. You definitely could do that. You could do whatever you wanted. You can paint it however you want because this is your ornament. Try to get the edges. You don't have to, but try to get the edges if you can. All right. So, I mean, mine's already fairly starting to dry a bit anyway. So I'm going ahead and doing my second coat. And just for the speed of the video too, right? I want to show you the whole from start to finish. So I'm kind of also speeding for that reason. Okay. So you're going to just color your rocks, all right? Paint them up, however many coats you feel you need, whatever style or type of painting with your brush that you want to do. If you want to have it straight across, if you don't, and you might want to do 2, 3, 4 coats. I don't know. It kind of is up to you, okay? Now, once your rocks are completely dry, what you are going to do is we are going to make the marks on them as if they were snowmen, okay? I'm just kind of moving mine out of the way here. And what I mean by that is I have some pre-painted ones here. Okay, so oops, I'm out of the camera here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your rocks and you're gonna take the Sharpie marker that a Sharpie that you have or one that you've ordered, and you're just gonna make it, and you're gonna dab your buttons on here and your face however you want to do that, okay? So you may have to let your rocks dry a little bit, and then you're going to go ahead and you're going to do the snowman bit on it, okay? And then basically once that's done, there is a little tiny piece of orange felt in your kit. And shocking that I've misplaced mine. Shocking, shocking. I know it was just here. So there's a little tiny piece of orange glitter in your kit. Oh, there it is. It fell on the floor. Okay, it looks like this. And this is what you're going to use to make the nose. Now, I have a tiny, tiny little nose on mine. I'll lift it up so you can see. Like my nose is just tiny, right? So you can, with your scissors, what you could do is just on the edge, tiny, tiniest little edge. Hopefully you can see that. My camera's focusing in. Just cut. I've given you quite a bit in the kit just in case you don't like it or you cut it weird. But I would just snip off this very corner like that. And you're going to get a tiny little triangle nose. Now, if you have tweezers or something, you could use tweezers. But then you glue it on. Look how cute it is. See, with that little pop-up nose. So now it's got that little bit of orange glitter nose on there. It's not doing a very good job of focusing because of all my stuff underneath. There we go. So now, that way you can see here where it went. I'll put it back on. So I had this just as I had an orange felt at home. And so when I did this preview one, I just did that. But then I found this cute, oops, my fans are sticky. I apologize. All right, I'm going to cut another one because now this one will be probably all full of paint. Nope. And so in order to make the kits easy, I wanted to put this. Oh my goodness. Look at, I'm struggling this bad. You guys are really, well, wash your hands maybe before you do this because like I said, I've got soap all over, or paint all over mine. There you go. So now your snowman has a cute little carrot nose. And then once that's completed, oh, my nose just fell off again because of course I don't have it all glued on there, but that's where the hot glue gun comes into play, is that you will need it to glue your little nose on, and you will also need it to glue your rocks onto your background. Okay? So, now this part I didn't have on my originals, so I'm kind of testing it out right now. Let's see, how dry is my background? Oh, it's pretty dry. I think it'd be good enough. Now, when you're doing this, of course, you're going to let your background completely dry. But because for the video purposes, I'm going to actually hot glue my snowman on here. Mine's hot too. I'm going to hot glue my snowman onto this. Oop, let me show you. So, if I can get my glue to come through. There we go. Oops. Apparently my hot glue gun doesn't want to work today. There we go. All right. I'm going to take this cold bit off of there. That's not going to... Okay. So we're going to start at the bottom. We're going to glue our first rock on. Okay. We're going to glue our middle rock on. Holy. This glue gun obviously is not happy with me today. Holy. Sorry about this, everybody. There we go. Just needed help to push it down. Okay, second rock's on. Now I wanted to try to put a little scarf around him. So I want to put that there. And then I'm going to put his head on. Kind of squishing that scarf. I'm going to also put his little tiny nose on, just so that you can see. I'm just going to put a dab of glue if I can get my glue gun to work here. And don't worry, I haven't forgot the arms. Okay, haven't forgot the arms. All right, so now I want to tie this little scarf. And I may have to trim it a bit. But the nice thing too about hot glue is that then you can just glue the ends down if you want. So depending on where you want your scarf to be on him, you can just put a tiny bit of hot glue and just glue the ends down. Okay, tiny bit of hot glue. Oops. Now see, that's exactly what happens is when you don't have... My glue guns have been used over and over for a very long time, so they maybe aren't the best at the moment. Okay, and then you can trim off the ends of your scarf if you'd like. Okay, now at this point you can put arms on if you want, but you don't have to. So on the piece I did up front, I just took the Sharpie and drew arms on. Again, this is your snowman, it's up to you. And of course my paint's still a little wet, but I'll kind of make the attempt just so that you can see. All right, I will color those in more once it dries. But basically that's your little snowman guy. All right, so that is it. I hope that this went well. If you have any questions, reach out to me, of course. But otherwise, that is pretty much the end of the ornament. Now, once my other rocks dry, see, I need to paint them again. I wonder if they're just about... No, they're not quite dry yet. So once my other rocks dry, I can, of course, complete that, do the face and everything else, right? So, super cute. This is going to be an amazing memory and an amazing gift for your family. So, good luck. I have all the information on the kits on the website at infinitycrafts.ca. But I thank you for purchasing and for being interested in this kit, and I will see you next time. So thank you so much. All right. So, Jenna, I see you joined. Yes. So these kits are just being released. And I wanted to do this video as a demonstration video. So this will be posted on the website. And you'll be able to order. I still have to do a couple quick things on there to so you can pick colors of backgrounds and things, but these ornaments will be on there, and I will talk to you more about it after the fact as well. But thank you for joining today, and I hope my kids and my family are doing okay. of course, did this sort of without 100% preparation. So I didn't think about the glue, the rocks needing to dry, and I didn't think about wanting to keep your white clean and separate. So I actually may have to do another video, but that's okay. That's how it goes. So Auntie, thank you for being on and watching as well. I really appreciate it. I know that we're off a bit because of time-wise, but I appreciate you tuning in anyway. And so yeah, I will be on here next weekend and we will talk more. I'll have some new product and I'll have another demo, hopefully. New product for sure, but I'm gonna look at another demo since it's getting close to Christmas again, okay? So thank you for watching and I will reach out to you soon, okay? Thank you so much.